dies.
Hello and welcome to the unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast interview series. And today it is our pleasure to bring you Port City's finest, Kayden.
That's right, boys. I'm here. It's about time you had me on. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
We do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely as well.
Thanks for joining us, man. Certainly do appreciate you taking the time tonight to come on.
Yeah, man, no worries.
All right, so I'm going to start with the easy questions. I'm going to take it easy on you. By the time we're done, I don't know, maybe you'll want to kill us. We'll see. Were you a wrestling fan growing up? And who are some of your favorite wrestlers and matches that inspired you early on?
To be honest, I wasn't really a wrestling fan growing up. It kind of came on late. See, my mom, my dad, we were very, very religious. My dad was a pastor, so we were kind of sheltered, and wrestling was kind of seen as very violent in our home. It wasn't until maybe, I want to say even the Ruthless Aggression era where John Cena just started coming up. And me and my brother would sneak up at night and just try to watch TV. And we would put a blanket at the bottom of the door to try to hide the light from the TV. And we get caught all the time. But, I think that's when I first started watching it. And that was probably late middle school for me.
Okay. How old were you? So late middle school, you would have been 13, 12, 13?
Yeah.
Right.
Like I said, the biggest name when I first started watching it was John Cena. That was the first person that I connected with.
Yeah, I can see that with your character. How old were you when you first broke into wrestling, and where did you train?
To be honest, when I first broke into it was in high school, and I just kind of met some guys who were doing a backyard gig. So I'm kind of the unconventional wrestler.
Right.
I started in the backyard, which I know a lot of people hate, but I eventually met Dick Durning, which I know you guys are all aware of.
Yep.
And he brought his training to St. John. And again, still in the backyard, but we had built a ring. And that's where I started my training, was with him.
That's awesome, man. And then XWA launched in 2007, and you were there from pretty much day one.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the biggest challenges the promotion faced in those early days?
XWA, oh man, takes me back. Those were good days. Some of the challenges we faced was we started in a bar, so a lot of the guys like Fantana, even my little brother. A lot of those guys weren't allowed to come in for the first few shows. I just happened to be lucky. I just graduated that year. I was just legal enough to get in, kind of. But yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of talent to work with. And a whole lot of the talent we did have were not professionally trained. So if you go back and watch a lot of the old footage and stuff, you can tell the product wasn't quite where it is today.
Yeah. I mean, that was a different time in maritime wrestling, to be fair, 2007. So takes us a little ways back there.
Yeah, man.
Beyond your in-ring work, did you play any behind-the-scenes roles in helping XWA grow during that era?
Starting up, I think I was probably the only person who knew how to mix any music.
Okay.
And that all comes with my rap and stuff like that as well. I was doing that on the side before I was even wrestling. And I pretty much had mixed everybody's songs going into the shows. There was parts of, I remember Dick Durnan's entrance. There was a girl at the beginning of it. That was my girlfriend who was doing the intro at that time. I used to do a whole lot behind. I would travel around with the promoter. We would poster all over the city. He would come pick us up all the time. I was there from day one. And even before XWA started, we were training at the university before we got kicked out of there, before they knew what we were doing.
Man, that's amazing. I'd never heard that. I didn't know you guys trained at the university. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. That's where I attempted my first and very last backflip.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You just got to get a few more matches with Fantani. You never know.
We'll see about that.
You might pull one more out of you.
We'll see about that.
All right, here's a 3-part question.
All right.
You're one half of the XWA tag team, the Wave Riders. Who is your tag team partner? How do you guys get matched up? And who came up with the name?
The name, yeah. All right, well, my brother is actually my tag team partner. A lot of people ask us this question, are you guys really brothers? Yes, we are really brothers. We grew up together. We were best friends. We did everything together, including wrestling. I started, brought him right in. It was almost immediate. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We were meant to be a tag team. We specialized in tag team wrestling. Like, that's who we were. We were just that. We had that bond.
Okay.
The name?
Yeah.
That. Now, Ryan Heath can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure my brother and I came up with this when we were on our way to training at the university one day, and we were trying to come up with some kind of gimmick that worked, that would, feed to the kids and stuff like that. And just these surfer boys from California seemed to click.
Right.
We came up with a couple names, Beach Boys being one of them. But yeah, just something about Kayden and Mikey Rave, the Wave Riders. It just kind of clicked. It flew off the tongue.
Cool.
I like that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Love the idea.
Thank you.
All right. So moving on here to a different set of questions related to the Wave Riders as well. So as a part of that tag team, so you held the XWA tag team titles multiple times. And so I imagine that this was winning your first championship. And do you remember who it was that you defeated when you won?
I do actually. It was me and my brother, and we were up against Above Average. It was Dick Durning and Ryan Heath. And we were in a TLC match. And yeah, I remember that match very well because I pushed Dick Durning through a ladder, and it was probably one of my favorite memories of XWA.
Where was the show? Kayden?
It was at the AQ in the bar.
Cool.
Yeah, and if you want to watch the footage, it's online. I've seen it.
Cool.
That's what I was about to ask as well.
Oh, he takes that ladder like a champ. It folds right in half on him.
Brutal. And actually, also related to Dick Durning, so you wrestled Dick Durning in your first XWA match back in 2007.
I did.
Yeah, so did you ever imagine that nearly 18 years later, you'd both still be active in the ring?
That's funny. A lot of people don't remember this because it was Dick Durning's first match back, but it was also Kayden's first match ever. Yeah. Before that, I had wrestled under a different gimmick, under a mask, because they were worried about the age thing. And, once I became of age, it was fine. But yeah, that was my first match too, really. And wow, what an experience. For the guy who had trained me, he had gone away, and to be his first opponent coming back, it was a triple threat match. I remember, oh my gosh, I think he went to give me a Pele kick and just folded me right in half. Oh yeah, it was insane. What a good match. But no, to think we'd be here 18 years later, that blows my mind, man. There's
crazy.
I mean, look at the injuries he's gone through and come back from.
100%.
I luckily, knock on wood, I've been fortunate not to get too hurt. I've had some minor injuries, some sprains and stuff like that, but I try to take care of myself, and yeah, it's amazing that we're still here doing this to this day.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Yeah, love it. So speaking of in-ring talent, XWA, so they helped launch some incredible guys, incredible talent. And again, they are still active today, right? Like, just to name a couple of people. So Chip Chambers, we've mentioned Fantana, Rick Owens, again, Dick Durning, Wesley Pipes, Zane Valentine. These are all pretty much like main event names, thinking about it, right? In all their own promotions and whatever. But like, what does it mean to you to see all of these guys still wrestling and being successful? I imagine it motivates you, but
oh man, it's incredible. I mean, some of these guys it helped bring into the company. The Chip Chambers, it was the Wave Riders versus Chip and Dale Dangles for the longest time in XWA. I think I've had matches with every single name that you've mentioned, and all of them are incredible talents, and I put nothing against them. They keep working hard. Some of them take the time off to take care of themselves, take care of their families. Some of them keep grinding and keep putting in the work. I'm not surprised to see those names keep going, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some more popping up in the future.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. And so, what would be your favorite memories from your time in XWA?
Oh man, the locker room. The locker room was probably the best. The backstage stories I could tell you.
We got time.
One that I could think of right off the bat, man. The one I could think of, and it's probably going to give me a little bit of trouble, but you know what? It's such a good story. We were doing a Fredericton show at the Boys Farmers Market, and we had to travel back to St. John. There wasn't really a whole lot of room in the cars. So a buddy of mine and me, we decided to just back it in the U-Haul. Go with the ring. We made it all the way to St. John before we realized we were being stopped by the police.
Oh, no.
And when we did realize we were being stopped by the police, we tried to bury ourselves under all of that ring gear.
Did the cops find you?
No. The cops never opened it up. Luckily, apparently they had pulled him over because one of the trailer lights had unhooked itself. So all he had to do was plug it back in. We were good to go. But if they had opened up that back door, I can tell you, they probably would have thought Snoop Dogg was in there.
Oh, shit. They'd have been like, why are these mats smoking right now, man?
Right?
That's a
It would have been like it's a bust.
Yeah, man.
You were legitimately hotboxing. You were legitimately
the whole ride. The whole ride back. We didn't stop. Just the two of us.
Oh, man.
I see you guys slept like babies that night.
Oh, yeah, man. I probably felt no pain the next day.
Oh, man.
I just have one question before Mark continues with his questions, because we got the list of questions here, and there's one thing missing that I really want to know about. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I know websites are not always the most reliable source. You're the first ever XWA Elite Champion, correct?
I am, yes.
So you and your brother feuded after the team broke up, and you were the first, the Elite title doesn't exist anymore, but when NWE started, they brought in the Elite title as well. So from the lineage of, 2009 that you won it to 2019, the last champion was Leon Wolf. It starts with you. So any memories on that title reign and feuding with Mikey?
I actually have that title.
Do you now?
I was gifted that title.
Sweet.
That's cool.
The promoter of NWE, actually, Sean Nelson.
Yep.
He acquired the original belt, which I have right here.
Oh, please show us.
It's amazing. It's probably one of my prized possessions.
That is amazing.
But yeah, I still have the original elite title. I was the first. That title was actually created to help me leave wrestling for the first time.
All right, what's the story there?
Well, I was going to college. And I just needed a little break to get out and do that. So that was the very first time I became a heel.
Okay.
When I turned on my brother and I threw him into a ring post with a chair wrapped around his throat.
Oh, lovely. That's a good way
It's
to do it.
online, by the way. When I
So it's a
saw
good
that
Christmas
we were going to interview you, and the boys have all seen it too, like matches with Fantana for the belt,
That's right.
your feud with Mikey and all that. We all like binge watched it. And,
Oh, yes.
Do yourself a favor if you're listening to this and go watch it because it's great.
That was a brutal one. Even the ending of that, I remember. And this is so sad because there's no footage of it anywheres. But the promoter had done up a video package for our big main event match that we had, him beating me. And it was like pictures of us as kids growing up and with like a song that was like talking about being brothers, and both of us are backstage. All the wrestlers are crying. I have my sunglasses on. I have tears running down my face, and I'm about to come through the curtain and put on the best heel show I've ever done. And here I am just bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a memory, though.
Wrestling's a beautiful thing, eh? It really is.
The greatest thing ever.
Man. I mean, the fans can connect to it too, but like for us, it's emotional. It's powerful. We get in there and we feel it just as much as they do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep. And so kind of going back now, sorry, to XWA.
No, you're good.
Thank you. So then you made the jump to NWE in Miramichi. And, like, what was the transition like, moving from XWA to NWE?
They're two very different companies with very similar talent.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it was basically XWA's talent moving up to NWE. The promoter had bought XWA, so he owned everything and just kind of took the talent with him. I liked it, though. I mean, the promoter opened his arms to me. I came in. Immediately, I was put into storylines. I was put into a faction. Like, I felt like I was on top of the world there. So, I mean, as far as, like, the promoter goes, he took care of us. But, like, differences, I didn't really find a whole lot because it was kind of the same wrestlers, same egos, same drama.
Just a different place.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. That's interesting.
So, speaking of NWE, there was a bit of a rumor during that time period because you went by the name of Kayden West. And the rumor was that you were a cousin of Kanye West. Now, is there any truth to that?
Well, I mean, you can believe what you want to believe. Tabloids say whatever they want to say. I'll go with yes.
Yes.
You never know. I mean, DNA test me, DNA test him. We'll see.
Absolutely. Hey, Kayden's never lied to me, so I have no reason to
That's right.
him. So
I got you, buddy.
There you go. So, next question here. You just mentioned being in a faction, but while you were in NWE, you were in a faction called the Prestige with Precious Preston Carter and Buff Malley. During this time period, who were some of your biggest rivals in that run?
Yo, let me just say, Precious Preston Carter, what a guy. He's so funny to work with. Like, every time I got in the ring with him, I'm pretty sure he broke me. I got to go in there, be serious and cocky and a douchebag. And yet, this guy's making me laugh every time we're out there. Like, he put in a lot of work, man. So I appreciate everything that he did and everything that he gave me. Yeah, we went far in that. We had a good time. We had a lot of good opponents.
Who are some of your most memorable ones?
Most memorable? Well, I mean, it was those stupid hobos, man. It was Sidewalk Sam and stupid, what's his name?
Homeless Bob.
Homeless Bob. I've never wrestled a more stinky team in my whole life. I swear, this guy would put me in his armpits and I would pass out.
I don't envy you for that one.
Oh, buddy.
How long did this group last?
It didn't last a whole long time. I wasn't with NWE for very, very long. I was about to embark on some new adventures, and yeah, so I wouldn't say it was more than a year that I was with them, maybe 2.
Still a pretty good run, though.
Yeah.
Do you have any funny stories from your time in NWE?
Funny stories? Oh, man, that's hard because, like I said, it was like moving from XWA to NWE and still being around a whole lot of the same guys. Like, I had been pushed out of XWA for being too small. But when NWE opened and I was accepted there, and those same guys who had pushed me out were wrestling in the same company, like, it was kind of like, hey, I'm back.
Drama.
I got something to prove.
You took some time away from wrestling before making a comeback last year. What led to your hiatus, and what sparked the return?
Well, I think I probably have the best reason for taking a hiatus, but I had some kids.
Good reason.
My wife was pregnant, and we were ready to have a baby, and I decided, I needed to spend some time with the family. I needed to get a new career. I just needed something where, I was going to be home with them whenever she wasn't, because she's a nurse, so she's working crazy hours, and we just wanted somebody to have a stable schedule, so somebody could take care of the kids.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Now, as far as the comeback, actually, it's funny. I went to a show in, I think it was St. John. I can't remember who had hosted the show, but I remember talking to Fantana outside. And I don't know, it was just something he said to me, and just seeing the guys again, I felt it. I just wanted to try. I wanted to go back. I just wanted to give it a shot. But
you got the itch.
I did. But I didn't really want to get back in the ring necessarily.
Okay.
So what happened was my brother had called me. He was getting back in. Okay. And I just thought, hey, cool. What if I come up and be your manager? This was for the Franco's first time ever tour.
Okay.
For IPW. And I get up there, and like any wrestler knows, you always bring your gear.
100%.
And I got to the show, and they say, yep, it's going to be you versus your brother. Excuse me? Like, I'm ready to wear a suit, not my gear.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I put my gear on, I went out, I did that first match, and the gear tore. It was 7 years old, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's been sitting in a bag for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, that was ready to go.
So where was that first match back?
That was at IPW. I can't remember what town it was. But yeah, it was the Franco Verga first ever
awesome
tour.
It wasn't the Lobster
we did 2 nights there. It was me against my brother both nights.
And, and you got the bug again.
That's right. Yeah. And after that, it was just, we're back.
New gear.
New gear. Get back to training.
Hopefully.
One of those shows wasn't the Lobster Fest, was it?
Which one?
The Lobster Fest show.
That one was, I think, my third or fourth show back.
Okay.
Yeah, that was, I'm going to keep that one. We're going to keep that one hush hush. There's some things that we don't want to talk about from that show.
Good.
I agree.
Match with my brother, amazing. We'll leave it there.
Is your brother wrestling now?
He is not. My brother has not been wrestling. He is now in judo and winning gold medals all over New Brunswick.
Really?
Cool. Well, congratulations to Mikey.
That's awesome, yeah.
So, you go by Port City's Finest. For those listening outside of the Maritimes, can you share where exactly Port City is and what it means to you?
Yeah, man. Port City is St. John, New Brunswick. It's where I was born. I was raised. Like I said, I grew up, pretty privileged lifestyle. We lived on the east side for a long time. My parents split up, and then we just kind of bounced all over. And, I got into some stuff in the streets, found rap. Just the whole city itself has become, big to me. It's become me. It's who I am. It's where I'm from. And I always believe that, like, you should never forget where you come from, but you should always keep moving forward.
100%.
Right? So the Port City's Finest, I put that out there because I made it out. Like, cool. I might not be living in St. John currently, but that's where I'm from. That's who I am. Those streets made me who I am today. Like, the hard times that I went through there, they made me who I am. They made me this tough.
Cool. So you were just speaking about rap, of course, being related to Kanye makes sense. When did you get into rap, and how did you get into doing that?
Like I said, when my parents split up, I used rap as kind of my way out, my way to speak. It was kind of my journal. By the time I was 18, I probably had 100 songs written, 36 recorded. Did it all by myself, sitting on my counter at home, little computer setup, Mixcraft, whatever it was. Like, rap was kind of my voice. Mind you, when I first started, I thought I was DMX and I would rap with that real grungy DMX voice, and it was very gangster and very unreal.
Yeah.
But as time went on, I kind of developed my skills in that too, and I started posting these videos on Facebook for people to see, and they really liked them, and they pushed for them more and more. And so I kept doing, like little 30-second shorts, and eventually, people really kind of digged it. And it was just something separate from, like, wrestling's a release, but so is my rap.
Yeah.
I wanted to have those two things separate.
Yeah. Have you ever performed on stage?
No, never. I mean, I've done like talent shows and stuff, but I've never performed my own stuff on stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Throughout your career, you faced a lot of opponents. I mean, you've been around for quite a while. Who's been some of the favorite people you've shared the ring with?
Like, of all time?
Of all time,
yeah.
Dick Durning, Spike Esty, Fantana, Rick Owens, my brother. That's just a few. Like, those are the big names that I've been in the ring with that, like, have really pushed me to become better and better and better every time I get in the ring with them.
Cool. Speaking of Fantana, IPW game on June 7th. After he won his title, we saw you pop up on the screen and you challenged him. We had him on here last week, and he had a few words to say about you, something about pre-booking your hospital room, all that fun stuff. You got anything to say to him?
Listen, Fantana could take his insecurities and hide behind a mask all he wants. I heard the promo after his match, He said, I'm just a guy who wants to be a guy just like him. I mean, you're partially right. I want to be that guy, but I don't want to be like him. See, I don't want to have to crawl and climb my way up for 18 years to get that spot. I'm just going to take it. He's going to see that.
Shots fired, Fantana.
Bang, bang.
Besides your upcoming match with Fantana in September, are there any other wrestlers in the Maritimes that you're hoping to face either for the first time or some unfinished business from the past?
Yo, listen, I really got some unfinished business with Spike Esty. This guy started the whole crybaby thing, and I'm done with it. This is where this is going to end one day. I don't care who's got to book it, if it's CCW, MBWA, IPW, IHW, whoever. I'm going to end it with this guy. I am not a crybaby. We're dropping that. Kayden is real.
Spike Esty, I hope you're listening.
I hope all the promotions are listening as well so we can make that happen.
And I can vouch for Kayden here. Not a crybaby.
Yeah, right? Absolutely not a crybaby.
We got to cut that off right now. It's bull.
Final question. For the fans that want to see you live, where can they catch you in the near future? Where you're wrestling? Any upcoming shows? Or?
Yeah, I got a couple coming up. I will be at the Riverview Sunfest on Friday. This Friday coming up.
Oh, man.
I will also be attending.
There, so.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Good. I'll also be attending the Canada Today show in Belial for the MBWA. And, of course, I mean, I got a lot more this summer, but we all know Game Over, September 6th.
It's
me and Fantana.
Fantana over, not Game Over.
That's right. I'm taking that title home. He's getting the Canadian Destroyer. That's it.
Oh, we'll be there to see it live. So we'll interview you after you grab that title from him.
That's right.
You should rename that.
That's going to be the end of the mic drop tour. We're just starting.
Absolutely.
Kayden, you should rename the Canadian Destroyer the Port City Destroyer.
It's the Kayden Destroyer.
The Kayden Destroyer?
Okay.
There you go. I love it.
Excellent. That was the last question, but I got one more question for you. What do you have to say to your fans out there that have been supporting you for the last 18 years?
It's been amazing. Thank you for everybody's support. You're about to see a whole new Kayden. I promise you. Something's coming. I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes. It's about to get real.
Excellent. Glad to hear it.
Glad to hear it as well. This has been another fantastic interview. It's been our pleasure to bring you Port City's finest, Kayden. Thank you very much for joining us.
Respect my time.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember to catch us here every Wednesday for a new episode. Please visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and more. Links are in the description. See you next time.
Don't miss out and don't be late. Hear wrestling talk that's first rate. Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock.